We're leaving Nossob now. I'm heading to the Kalahari Tented Camp for one night before we return to Nossob again. The route today will take us south from here and then across the Long Dune Road to the Alb Road. The weather today is quite poor. It's completely cloudy and a bit of rain in the air. In fact, a bit of rain falling, so that might make it a little bit better actually, but we'll see as we go along. been a quietest drive so far this morning, but not without interest. A couple of nice things. We've driven across the Long Dune Road, which connects the Nossob Road and the Alb Road. It's a road that's not well known for animal sightings, and that's proved the case today, although there were a couple of steenbok, which you often get on that road. Weather's improved a bit now. The sun's sort of come out, but it's quite windy. I think today will actually be a one-off, and it looks as if it's going to be improving again tomorrow. We've now got about 2 hours or so to go to the Kalahari Tented Camp. Doesn't actually take that long, but we can't check in till 2 o'clock. So we're having a coffee at the Kumquat picnic site, and we're hoping to see a bit more wildlife on the road up to the Kalahari Tented Camp. So we're now at Kalahari Tented Camp, unit number 9, which I think was the one we stayed in last time. So let's have a look if the view is the same. I can never get that gate right. There you go. Yep, this is the one we had last time. And the view is just as splendid. You can see before the kitchen wall back there. And four nice beds in here. Although I don't remember that photo being there. Let's hope we can get a photo of our own like that. Well, we've just had a nice welcome back from the camp manager, Jan, who remembers us from last year. So that's very nice. I know last year he put us in this unit, and maybe he remembered or recognised the name and put us back in the same one. It's certainly one of the best units here, right across from the waterhole. As I mentioned in an earlier episode, it's been very hot for the first few days, although it's cooled down quite a lot now. It's about 30 or so now. And Jan says even he's felt the heat over the last few days, especially at the weekend when it got up to sort of 40 and plus. And he's glad for the cooler weather now, although cooler is relative because it's still quite warm. I've no idea what it's going to be like sleeping tonight because there's no electricity as such here, just some batteries for the solar lights. So we can't have air conditioning or fans, and tents tend to get quite hot, so we'll see how that goes. Just here for the one night, and we'll go out for a drive later and see what we can find there. But it's still very quiet. And I know last time we had a herd of wildebeest to welcome us, but this time looking out there it's quite barren. But it's all part of the Kgalagadi experience. You can't have it brilliant every single day, and we'll see how we go. Meantime, we'll be at o'clock, and it would be nice if this was cold, but it's been in a cool box in the back of the car all day. It's not warm, but it's not ideal. Good health. We went out for a late afternoon drive and found one of the jackals that seems to live outside the Kalahari Tented Camp. Far more exciting was our first ever sighting of an African wildcat. It was a bit distant but unmistakable. Wildcats are nocturnal, so it was great to see one in the afternoon sunshine. We finished off the afternoon watching the doves at the Kgalagadi waterhole, which is only a few kilometres from the camp. We're heading back to Nossob today. It's 160 kilometres again across the Long Dune Road. It would be nice if we could see that wildcat again, but any kind of cat would do. We're back at Nossob again, this time in the much better riverfront chalets. It's a bit of a pain all this moving about camps, but sometimes you just have to take what you can get, and these were only available on these 2 nights. They're very nice. Let's have a look. Nice big living room area, seats. Nice big kitchen area. Bedroom I think was down here. Bedroom there, which looks out onto the patio. And then and the lovely thing about these units is you've got all this deck, and that looks right out over the river. There's a herd of wildebeest down there. I'm sure a few more things will come this way. 2 nights here. The trouble with these riverfront chalets at Nossob is that the view is so great that you're tempted to stay here for the afternoon, especially when the chances of seeing anything are pretty slim. So it was a 160 kilometre drive today from Kalahari Tented Camp to Nossob, and during that time we saw very little, the highlight being 3 bat-eared foxes with a sighting that lasted less than a minute. Everybody's so desperate to see something that this morning we had 6 cars parked up where somebody thought they'd seen a leopard about 200 metres away on the dunes. We all sat there with binoculars, telephoto lenses, asking each other, have you seen anything? And the answer was always no. So we sat there, and gradually everyone drifted away. Everyone's desperate to see a leopard or something like that, and today and yesterday it just seems as if it's not going to happen. But the Kalahari is a bit like a gambling addiction. Tomorrow is going to be the day when you're going to hit the jackpot. You get up each morning at 5:30 knowing that you're going to see something great that day. More often than not, you only see the ordinary things, but there's always that hope, and when you do see something, it really is exciting. So what we'll do tomorrow is we'll get up at 5:30, same as usual. We'll head north to Peninsula and hope that there's some jackals there, or lions or something, and we'll just see how that goes. But as I say, the Kalahari can be really frustrating and you can get a bit despondent, but you've just got to keep trying. Well, what a wise decision that was, not to go out but to stay and sit on the patio. We've just seen a brown hyena walk across the riverbed right behind me. Bit of a distance away, but I was able to get some good photos, and that's an animal that you really don't see that often. Normally they are very nocturnal. What a bonus after a pretty disappointing day. We've arrived at Peninsula waterhole a little bit later than planned due to an unexpected delay. Last night I was having a little bit of a moan about the lack of sightings at the moment, and then lo and behold, the following day we had one of the best sightings we've ever had. As if that sighting wasn't good enough, a couple of kilometres up the road we found this guy walking along on his own. Peninsula was just as quiet as the other day with the same lone jackal. We stayed at Peninsula for about an hour and it didn't look as if much else was going to happen, so we headed north to Lear's Drive picnic site. On the way back to camp, we kept an eye out for tyre tracks and paw prints to give us an idea where we'd seen the lions that morning. But we were really surprised to find that they were still there in the same place some 5 hours later.
There was still time for one more drive that evening, so we went out around the Marie Sagat loop, which only takes about an hour. There were only a couple of sightings, but one of them was quite unusual.